Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about this concept that we use on the myofascial long chains, or the global slings of the body. In the Merrithew Fascial Foundations course, we talk a lot about expand, this concept of expansion and loading tissues through our body. We're going to be using these new resistance loops. I've got the red one, which is a regular strength, and Rie has the yellow one, which is a lighter strength. Now, the lighter strength isn't necessarily only for deconditioned people or people who are not as strong, but it's also great for people who are really tall and they have a hard time pushing against a heavy load. The red one would be used a little bit more dynamically, or even for shorter people who want a little bit more tension. So how we're going to be using these bands, I'm going to have Rie lie down, we'll show you, is to activate these myofascial long chain slings. These global slings are force transmission belts in the body, which means when a muscle contracts, the force has to disperse through the body. And these slings allow that force to dissipate without stress. We all have these maps in our body, these global slings in our body, but sometimes, based on usage, they're not developed well, or they're developed better on one side than the other. This particular exercise right here is going to be working on that posterior longitudinal sling, that whole back line of the body. Really important in posture and holding you up straight. So what Rie is going to do is start with just this elongation of her whole body, pressing into the bands, so you can see all four corners of her body are pushing outwardly. This is gaining tremendous strength through the internal core of the body, but as well loading the backline tissue. Phenomenal way of gaining that strength in that posterior line. Now you can relax for a minute. We also have a lateral sling, so that's what enables us to stand up on one leg. Our balance is really important, and we need to use this lateral sling in order to get that. So let's just show the legs going wide. Now, as you can see, she's loading in an abduction, the lateral sling, the outside of the body, but she's also still working the posterior sling as well. So they oftentimes will be coupled together for more maximum benefit. You also could do it in the upper body. She could abduct through the arms and reach them wide to the sides. Now we're getting some load through the upper part of the body, and the tension is still traveling down through the sling. Now we could put all those together. She could lift, working that posterior. She could press outwardly, working the lateral slings, maximizing the time that we're putting into it. Do you feel that, Rie? Yeah, it feels really nice. Now come out of that by just rounding your spine to release. Come right back. So in the course, we talk a lot about these myofascial slings. We review all of the major slings. That whole sequence right there is included in our course, plus many more. So make sure you join us.